problem now. Consider a uniform electric field E is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 3 I cap Newton per coulomb. I cap at ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಲ್ಲ it is electric field acting along the x axis ಅನ್ನಂಗೆ. Problem number, what is the flux of this field through a square of 10 cm on a side whose plane is parallel to the yz plane? So ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ 10 cm ಸೈಡ್ ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಅದರ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಟು ದಿ yz plane. yz plane is parallel ಇದೆ. Now what is the electric flux through this square? P, what is the flux through the same square? What is the flux through the same square if the normal to its plane makes an angle 60 degree with the x axis? X axis ಜೋಡಿ 60 degree angle ನಾಗ plane of the square with respect to normal ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so what is the flux through that square? So given ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ first E is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 3 I cap Newton per coulomb. Side of the square ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, side of the square ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, one side surface area find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Surface area of square is yes something that is equals to side square. Side ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 10 cm ಇದೆ, 10 into 10 raised to minus 2 square. 10 square 100 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 100 and 10 raised to minus 2 cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, square ಮಾಡಿ 10 raised to minus 2 meter square. 10 raised to minus 2 meter square. So a problem of what is the flux when the plane of the square is parallel to yz plane? When the plane of square is parallel to yz plane. yz plane is parallel to what is the electric flux? That is phi is equal to yz plane theta equals to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ x axis, y axis and z axis ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ plane of this square ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ plane of this square ಇದು yz plane ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ with respect to electric field ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ? So therefore consider this plane square is in the yz plane. yz plane ಒಳಗೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ electric field direction is this one along x axis which is parallel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. angle normal drawn to this plane of the square is or surface area is along the electric field theta equals to 0 degree. This is es cos theta. Substitute values 3 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 into cos 0 is equal to 30 Newton meter square per coulomb. Newton meter square per coulomb. B and what is the flux through the same square if the normal to its plane makes an angle of 60 degree, then normal to plane of square makes 60 degree with x-axis ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ electric flux I equals to ES cos theta, that is 3 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 into cos 60 is equal to 30 into 1 by 2 is equal to 15 Newton meter square for 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to 1 and 10 raised to 10 into 3 is 30. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, 15 Newton meter square per coulomb. This is electric flux through square and normal to the plane of the square makes 60 degree with the x-axis. Next 18th problem. An infinite line charge produces a field of 9 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per coulomb at a distance of 2 cm. Calculate the linear charge density. Simple problem is infinite line charge produces a field of electric field given E is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per coulomb. Distance r given 2 centimeter is 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Find out linear charge density m. So by using Gauss theorem or Gauss law, we derived the expression for electric field due to line charge. We know that electric field due to line charge is E is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi epsilon r. So find out lambda. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught r into E. Substitute. 2 into pi is 3.142. Epsilon naught value is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 9 into 10 raised to 4. Multiply. Gives about 1001.49 into 10 raised to minus 12 minus 2 minus 14 plus 4 10 raised to minus 2 10 raised to minus 10 or it is equals to 0.6 multiply 1.00149 into 10 raised to replace it to 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb per meter. Unit of linear charge density is charge per unit length coulomb per meter. 1.00149 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb per meter. 19th. If 10 raised to 9 electrons move out of a body to another body every second, how much time is required to get a total charge of 1 coulomb on the other body? So number of electrons transferred is 10 raised to 9 electrons per second. Rate of flow of charges dq by dt is 10 raised to 9 electrons per second. Per second. To get charge of 1 coulomb, Q given, Q equals to 1 coulomb, and charge of each electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Find out time, find out. So we know that, sorry, this is dn by number of electrons per second. dn by dt is 10 raised to 9 electrons per second. Q is equal to 1 coulomb and E is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Find out T. So we know that dq by dt is equal to, so means n into E, d by dt into ne, d by dt into ne. So this can be written as E into dn by dt, E into dn by dt. dn by dt is given, E is given, is equal to, E is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, dn by dt is 10 raised to 9, is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb per second. Rate of flow of charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb per second. Then T equals to Q divided by dq by dt. Q dq get cancels, dt, that is Q is equal to 1 divided by dq by dt is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 10 is equal to 1 divided by 1.6 is 6.25 into 10 raised to 9. 6.25 into 10 raised to 9 second. If we converted this in terms of year, T equals to 6.25 into 10 raised to 9 divided by, so 365 days, 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. It gives about 198 years. For second is 10 raised to 9 electrons transfer ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ to get that 1 coulomb of charge, the time required is 198 years. 20th problem. A free pith ball of mass 1 gram carries a positive charge of 1/3 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb. What must be the nature and magnitude of charge that should be given to a second pith ball fixed 5 cm vertically below the former pith ball so that upper ball is stationary? Let two pith balls is there, one is placed above the other. So one free pith ball mass m given 1 gram is there, 1 gram is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg. Charge on this is Q1 and Q1, it is 1/3 into 10 raised to minus 7 Coulomb. What must be the nature and magnitude of charge that should be given to a second pith ball fixed 5 cm vertically below the former pith ball? Distance between two pith balls is 5 cm. That is 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. So this second pith ball is placed. Find out Q2. Second pith ball is placed below the first one, so that the upper pith ball is stationary. Both are in equilibrium. Find out Q2. We know that F is equal to mg and F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 into Q2 by R square. In equilibrium, to keep the upper pith ball stationary, that is in equilibrium. So mg equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 into Q2 divided by R square. Substitute values. M is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 9.8 is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 into Q1 is 1 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 7 into Q2 divided by R square. R is 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 square. Therefore, Q2 is equal to, this Q2 here only, remaining are cross multiplied. It is 9.8 into 10 raised to minus 3 into square root is 25 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by 3 ones are 3 threes are 3 into 10 raised to 9 minus 7 10 raised to 2. So simplify ಮಾಡಿ gives normal root. Into 25 45 into 10 raised to minus 7 divided by 3 into 10 raised to is equal to divided by 81.67 into 10 raised to minus 9. 81.6 into 10 raised to minus 9. See once again. mg equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon into q1 q2 by r square. M is 1 into 10 raised to correct, or 81.6 nanocoulomb. Charge on the second pitch ball is 81.6 into 6 nanocoulomb. First the mass of the first pitch ball, weight of the first pitch ball toward mg agate. The force acting between the two charges according to Coulomb's law is 1/4π0 into q1 q2 by r square. To keep the first pitch ball stationary, that is in equilibrium, mg equals to 1/4π0 into q1 q2 by r square. So value substitute ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. m is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3, g is 9.8 is equal to 1/4π0 value is 9 into 10 raised to 9 into q1 is 1/3 into 10 raised to minus 7 into q2 divided by r square. R is 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 square. So keep q2 here only, remaining cross multiply. So here 9.8 into 1 is 9.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. ಇದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 25 into 10 raised to minus 4, 3 1s are 3 3s are 3 into 10 raised to 9 into 10 raised to minus 7, 3 into 10 raised to 2. So it gives 81.67 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb or 81.6 nanocoulomb. Next, problem number 21. A point charge of 5.0 microcoulomb is at the center of a cubic Gaussian surface 10 cm from edge. What is the net electric flux through the surface? A simple problem is that Q given 5.0 microcoulomb. Okay. Is at the center of a cubic Gaussian surface 10 cm from edge. So E is equal to 10 cm or 10 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter or 0.1 meter. What is the net electric flux through the surface? 5 meters. Using Gauss theorem, electric flux through any closed surface is I is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಇದು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗಾಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಎನಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ is pi is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by it. Q given 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 is equal to, it is about 0.5647 divided by 0.5647 into 10 raised to minus 12 numerator ಬಂದ್ರೆ plus 12 minus 6 10 raised to 6 Newton meter square per coulomb. Very simple. One more problem, last one. 27. A point charge of 20 microcoulomb is at a distance 5 cm directly above the center of the cube, upside 10 cm. What is the magnitude of electric flux through one face of a cube? Q given 20 microcoulomb is at a distance of 5 cm directly above the center of the cube. R given 5 cm and the side of the cube is 10 cm. What is the magnitude of electric flux through one of the faces? Electric flux. So ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇದೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೈಡ್ 10 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ. Side of the cube is 10 centimeter. Here is the charge from center. Here is the charge Q is placed at a distance of 5 centimeter from the center of the cube. Now, what is the electric flux through one face of the cube? So we know that total electric flux through the cube, according to Gauss theorem, total electric flux through the cube is phi is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. Phi is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. Electric flux through one face of cube electric flux through one face of cube is equal to pi divided by 6, because it has 6 faces. Pi divided by 6 is equal to 1 by 6 into pi is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. Pi equals total flux is pi divided Q divided by epsilon naught. Pi is Q by epsilon naught. So 1 by 6 into Q by epsilon naught. 1 divided by 6 into Q value given 20 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by epsilon naught value 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. Simplify this, gives up numerator 20 into 1, 20 into 10 raised to minus 6 आगते, 20 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by denominator 8.854 into 6 is 53.124. 53.124 into 10 raised to minus 12 is equal to divide by it gives 0.376 into 10 raised to 6. 0.376 into 10 raised to minus 12. If it goes to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to plus 12 minus 6 is 10 raised to 6, or 0.376 into 10 raised to 6, or 3.76 into 10 raised to 5 Newton meter square per through any one face of the cube. Charge outside the cube is not inside the cube. It is from center of the cube. The charge is at a distance of 5 centimeter. Then electric flux through any one of the face of the cube is 3.76 into 10 raised to 5 Newton meter square per coulomb. So complete ಆಯಿತು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬುಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ.